Is live.
Oh shoot!
Hi.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, I'm
Uh,
here. I promise.
I know you are. And also, we figured out the call us live situation. If you have my phone number, go ahead call. But I don't have an extra cell phone number right now, so I'm not about to give my cell phone number out.
No, not a good idea.
Oh, come on. Take a risk.
No.
No.
Take a
Am I
risk.
giving my cell phone out to the to the internet
YouTube
for
world?
for
Fuck
very
that
good
shit. You don't-
reason? I'm not
You
giving
don't,
that
you
shit
don't trust
out.
the people of the internet?
No, man, we're about to talk about why that's a horrific idea.
You'd be fine.
Don't even answer people on the internet. Answering people on the internet is like could be detrimental to your health.
hmm
Oh,
Oh, too far back. Did you
New
almost die?
chairs. New
I
chairs.
forgot to lock the chair back up, and I leaned.
Oh, you almost died.
I did. It was scary. I just gotta.
So it was definitely the Hunter Moore thing for me. I had forgotten about that until I saw it on Netflix, but I definitely knew about it when it came out. He was the dude that had the web page back in 2010, 2011, something like that.
Web
Um,
page was. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, at the time it was called "Is Anybody Up?" or "Is
Mhm.
Anyone Up?" something like that. And it was just a page where he got a bunch of people to upload ridiculous revenge photos, right? So if you had a girlfriend that you were mad at, if you had a boyfriend that you were mad at, and at that what was that era? That was that the era of the sidekick. It was the first like phones that you could take pictures with.
No, it wasn't like the black.
Sidekick?
Wasn't it like the Blackberries and?
No, I think it was the sidekicks and the chocolates. It was the phones that you could slide up.
Chocolates were like for music and shit.
Yeah, the chocolates
It-
were like their first attempt of like putting the iPhone and a phone together. That's what it
The,
looked like.
the slide up ones were. I don't even know what those were called at the
the
time.
chocolates were like a Nokia that was on fire, like on steroids.
Like
Yeah.
HTC phones, a bunch of weird phones. Just again, around the time when smartphones.
But yeah,
were becoming a
it
thing,
was
but
it was around the time where you
Well,
could take pictures with phones.
touch
I
screens,
remember.
like better camera quality though.
Yeah, and
I always
so
wanted a sidekick. I
You-
never got one, but I always wanted one.
They look cool, but they were only
That's
on
what I'm
one
saying. They
service
look so
provider.
cool to just whoosh, and
But
the
they
screen
didn't-
went up like that. And I
they
never
didn't
got
look
one,
well.
but I always
those
wanted one.
those were the phones. That was it. It was the sidekick, and you could take pictures with it, and you could send them to your friends.
Mhm.
Like that was just. And so people did it because you thought it was cool. You wanted to have a boyfriend. You wanted them to like you. They wanted pictures of your boobs. So you sent pictures of your boobs.
Mhm.
Or dudes like to send dick pics. Like that was how dudes flirted.
That was fly.
What'd you
Oh.
say?
He said-
Unsolicited duck pics, yes.
oh, duck pics. Okay, we'll go with that. And so his site was basically a bunch of people that were cool with it, and so they would take duck pics and booty pics and whatever else and send them to his site, and he would upload them, and it got popular. And then I guess at some point he realized that that wasn't enough, so he started hacking people's emails, hacking their social media, their Facebook, because Facebook was what was the most popular at the time.
No,
I
he
think
paid a
Instagram.
hacker for this. Sorry, he paid someone to do it.
Yeah,
Same shit, but he paid someone to do it for him.
Charlie, something,
get
something Charlie,
accounts and private information,
Yeah.
photos, and yada yada.
because
yada.
he would not only release the pictures, he also released like your actual info.
Yeah,
Your
like
social
your
media info.
Facebook
Yeah.
Some did though.
information,
Some did. Some
sometimes
did that
like,
put up names and stuff.
yeah, like specific addresses.
That's
Unfortunately,
wild.
a lot of us put our children as our cover photo, so you have these pictures that probably were taken years ago, and they're uploaded, and they put the picture of your Facebook next to it, and you see, women's children and
Yeah.
whatever that are like
Their
so not-
actual life, not their
Yeah.
online life, but their actual life. Because that's what you do on Facebook. You put up your actual life. Your parents are on Facebook. you know, your grandparents, your cousins, your brothers and sisters, everybody's on Facebook. So, yeah, so that was, but I remember it, basically just because I almost got hacked for iPhones. I was the dumb one that would send the refresh code or the whatever. And it was like this whole big thing like, hey, someone's trying to hack your account. We're the FBI, blah, blah, blah. And I was dumb and didn't understand it. And so I kept sending them the refresh code until, you know, Verizon sent me back, hey, we'll never ask you for this code. And then finally I was like, oh, they're never going to fucking ask me for this code. Why do I keep sending this code back? And then I realized, oh, there's two $1,500 iPhones in my shopping cart that were about to get sent. Like,
Yep.
But so, yeah, I mean, I see how it can happen. And I remember, babe, for you, there was something in there for you. Cause I feel like in that documentary for Hunter, one of the main things that he was scared of was the fact that he found out that there were underage girls, like the hacker was hacking underage girls, and he had 15, 16-year-old girls on his website, and that's what scared him the most.
Is that what he actually got caught for? Was because there was
The
proof that
hacking.
They were
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
because
was
there
it?
was no.
Okay.
It was
just the hacking part.
It was
It was
just
the-
the hacking.
yeah.
Okay, but
Yep.
it wasn't the fact that.
But
they
he
found
knew
out.
he had underage girls on there. It was pretty much proven. That guy from the website, it was a bullying website. He was an ex-Marine.
Yep.
Or he was a Marine, and he was trying to shut him. He was trying to shut Hunter down too, and figured out that's how he got under Hunter's skin was, hey, you have underage girls. I can prove you have underage girls on your website.
Yep.
So
Yeah, because wasn't the lawyer in the documentary? The lawyer was saying that technically these websites are not illegal.
no,
They're not.
They're not illegal, so you can't really go after them for a website like this.
no.
But what could we find that we could go that
Yeah.
was against the law? And that's hacking. You cannot. It's federal offense.
Yeah.
Federal.
Actually, I don't know if there's a federal law for that. I mean, maybe now. At the
after
time,
all this stuff.
yeah, at the time, I don't think there was. I think there were just state laws.
Yeah. Against hacking. So that's kind of
Yeah.
what he went towards.
Aggravated identity theft.
Oh, that's what he got in trouble for.
That plus something about just stealing people's or getting into the computer's information and crap like that. Like,
Gotcha.
It's kind of like
unauthorized access.
doxing. You can't dox people anymore. You can't. That became a thing. You can't just. I mean, you could, but
I mean, you definitely can do it,
Yeah,
but yeah,
Get caught for it.
you get in trouble for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's why I unplug this camera when I'm done with it.
Uh,
I can say its ass over there,
Yeah, we close the computers when they're
Yeah,
done.
thank you.
Turn everything off.
not be used to look in my house
Yeah,
or
exactly.
listen in. So yeah,
Mhm.
So, but babe, I want to talk about like what happened to you, because it was definitely before that, and I forget what were you uploading your pictures to?
So this was back, Jeffrey. You're better at this. You're better
Mhm.
at
Yeah, here we go.
timelines than me.
Yeah,
What
sure.
I knew you when I got bit, right?
By the dogs.
By the dog, or was that after?
It was after.
Was it after? No,
Mhm. I
no.
was
I
there
had
for that.
no. I knew you. I don't know if we were close yet, but I knew you because I knew you when I was still in high school, and I believe that I got bit by the dog. Yeah, because when you would come to my mom's house, we still had to keep all the dogs separate.
I wasn't there like around the time it happened. I heard about it later on.
Oh, okay. All right. So I don't remember exactly how old I am when I got bit. I know I'm definitely not in high school anymore. So I'm 18, 19. When I was trying to break up a dog fight and I got bit, and I chose to not go back to my mother's house after because the dogs were still there, and from the trauma, I just physically couldn't be in that space anymore. So I went to go stay with a cousin, And this was the time that like digital cameras started to be a big thing, and you had to take the digital cameras or the pictures from the digital
Oh yeah, the little
cameras.
Sony.
Where you could see the pictures on the back of the screen, on the back of the camera, to see if it was a good picture or not. And it was, so I just was taking pictures of myself, you know. And in the picture, I remember I still had my wrap that I had to have around my arm after I had gotten my stitches and gotten home from the hospital and all this type of stuff and whatever. And I just chose to pose. I was in a bra, a sports bra, and a thong. So I wasn't completely naked. So it was a front shot, and then I turned to the side and did a side shot. And then I uploaded it from my digital camera through this, I guess now we would probably call it an app, but I think it was like a website at this. I think it was called PhotoGrid.
Photo bucket.
Photo Bucket or Photo Grid or something like that.
I remember Photo Grid.
I remember both Photo Bucket and Photo Grid. But either way, it was uploaded.
That's a real thing.
Through one of those, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure I was sending it to someone that I was talking to at the time. And
sounds right.
So I kind of didn't think anything of it. I kind of just, you know, took pictures and uploaded them and sent them to whoever I was sending them to and whatever. And then just, I'm pretty sure I deleted them off my digital camera. And so I just didn't think anything of it. You and I had gotten together, baby. And I get a message from Sean. So Jeff, obviously, Jeff knows Sean. I forget his last name. Bigger guy. Used to hang out with the other guy in the backwards hat with the really
Smalls?
Is that
Sean Smalls? Yes.
Super tall guy, super big guy, blondish hair.
Yeah.
Him and his friend. Yeah. So randomly,
Smalls.
I get a message.
Great.
Randomly, I get a Facebook message, and it was like, "Have you seen this? Hey, I know we haven't talked a long time, but have you seen this?" And he sent me a link, and I opened up the link, and it was me in those pictures on some website, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" So I'm looking, and then I'm scrolling down, and not only is it me, but it's girls that I went to high school with. Now, I
remember that.
I'm fortunate because I'm not naked in any of my pictures. So yeah, is it a good look? I'm in a sports bra and a thong. No, not really. But these girls that I saw were naked.
Yeah.
Like front naked, back naked, underneath the legs naked, like every freaking position that you could imagine these girls were. And I was like, holy shit, it's full face. It's not blurred face out where you just see the body. Like you see these people, and I saw all of them. And I was like, where did you find this? How did you find this? And so I don't remember how he found it, but it was pretty much, it was circling around the schools. It was circling around the area, which wasn't uncommon, I guess you would say, because when I was in school, other pictures always swarmed around the high schools. So like,
it was never uncommon for like if you sent it to a boyfriend,
right? And then you broke
up, your boyfriend would send it to other kids in the school,
exactly. But then send it to other schools. So it was like these certain girls were taking pictures with each other, naked, whatever, send them to their boyfriends. They broke up and whatever, and then all of a sudden these pictures are being sent to every single person in all the surrounding schools, and then getting back to the principals and the superintendents and all this type of stuff. So then they're trying to
it was emails. Everybody got like blasted emails, and then it was everywhere, all over 3 different towns.
I think it was text too. I think ours started to be like text when text started to really be like a thing. So I realized that I was on it, and he had said that he reached out to a couple other girls that were on it. And what they had said to do is that I had to reach out to whatever the contact information was, or the email.
Yeah, they actually helped. They actually helped you, right?
Well, I had to just keep saying, I did not give you permission to use these pictures, take my pictures down. And you had to just keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it. And eventually, like, they took them down.
I mean the other girls that...
I never talked to the other girls. I just talked to Sean.
Oh, okay.
I just was talking to him, and he was saying that things that worked, because he knew a couple of the other girls that were on the website as well. And he was like, this is what they did. This is how they were able to get their pictures down. So I was able to talk to whoever it was, the person behind the scenes and whatever, and just kept saying, like, I did not give you permission to take my pictures and put them on this website. Please take them down. Please take them down. Probably something along the lines of, I'll call the authorities or something like that. But eventually they got taken down, and I haven't thought about them since.
Yeah. I mean, until we started seeing this, and I think it's pretty much. I mean, it's an OnlyFans thing too. Like that was the original OnlyFans, right? So you could send your pictures to Is Anybody Up, but what they got in trouble for was hacking.
Mhm.
So OnlyFans problem is that you can send. It's okay to send your pictures to OnlyFans. It's okay to have an OnlyFans account. However, OnlyFans has to manage how old the people are on their site.
Uh-huh.
They do.
Yeah, I mean they try.
I mean, you gotta like make an account with like your current picture, your current valid ID. You can't just make an account and go ham.
Mm.
Especially if you're making content. Like if you just make an account to be on there, that's fine. I don't think they give a shit at all. But if you gotta post stuff, they need to make sure that what you're posting either matches you or you have permission to use it.
I mean, I'm sure it's better than it was. It has to be
Oh,
better than it
oh,
was
definitely.
in 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
but with this site, it was both. I don't think it was so much about the girls that were, I guess, open to sending pictures and being a part of that community for whatever reason. It started to be a thing when pictures were being put up there without consent,
Oh,
without
yeah.
permission, you
Yeah.
know, and
just
that-
like you find out 3 years later,
Mhm.
4 years later that
Right.
you have a picture up somewhere on some website,
right.
you're freaking out.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to be up on that website. And I got myself taken off that website. And as much as I want to believe that those pictures are not out there anymore, they could be out there somewhere.
Yeah.
But the thing again for me is that my bad choices were not as bad as they could have been, you know, because I'm in a sports bra and I'm in a thong. And I'm not like, it's not all the way from the back. It's just from the side and in the front. Like I'm covered. Like
It's not as bad, but you still don't want pictures of
absolutely.
you compromised in.
No.
I mean, nobody wants that.
No, I don't want to be on some site that I didn't give permission to.
And you know what? I'm not even the girls that were on Is Anybody Up, the girls that actually wanted to be on there, right? They sent their photos in, they wanted to be popular, they wanted Hunter to like them. I'm not even mad about that. That happens. That's just being a teenager, early 20s, whatever. You want to be popular, you want to be noticed, you want to be liked by the popular guy, whatever. I get that. You're going to regret it later. When you hit 30 and you're married with kids and this, granted, they're lucky Is Anyone Up was taken down.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think that what is it? That anti-bullying group. I think they took ownership of it.
Yeah. So now if
afterwards.
you go to Is Anyone Up, it takes you to Don't Bully People. It's
Mhm.
like it's an anti-bullying site. It
Yep.
takes you there.
Yep.
So either way, though, that content isn't out there anymore. But for other people, it always will be.
Yeah.
That content's always going to be out there. You'll be 30 and someone will DM you or message you and be, hey, I think I saw you on this site. Is that you?
Yep.
And whether you made the decision to be on the site or you didn't, you're not going to like it 10 years later, 12 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't think about that.
You don't make good decisions at 18, 19, 20.
Not
You
on
just
the
don't.
internet. Not on the internet.
'Cause
Not
that's-
with a phone.
That's
not
when
with-
you're still sending duck pics. Because there were even dudes on Is Anybody Up that they were, oh my God, how'd I get on the site?
Mhm.
Of course, because girls are on there.
So some dudes did it. But again, when you're older and you have a wife and kids, or you have a husband and kids, or you have some PhD or MBA or whatever, and then all of a sudden someone's in your social media messaging,
Pulling
And
up
they're-
some really old crap you got.
here's
up there.
this link. Is that you?
Well, that's the dangers of the internet, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Mhm.
was the internet was huge when I was younger. It blew up when I was younger. You know, everybody was on it. We'd see everybody in school. We'd all run home. We'd jump on the computers to be on AIM and talk to each other. Not because we wanted to talk to each other, but because we were supposed to be on the internet. That was the
It was a cool
excitement.
thing. It
Then
was a
my-
status.
Yeah, that,
Status symbol
yeah.
to be able to be on.
Yeah, exactly. If you can get on the internet, then you're making it pretty good. And
Yeah.
then MySpace became a thing, and you spend hours trying to make your MySpace be appealing and your top friends and comment on people's things.
Oh boy, your top.
Oh yeah, your
friends.
top 5 on your
top
phones.
remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
your
love when
top
people were like, "Hey, I see you change your top 5. What's happening?" Like,
Yes,
wow.
yes, that was the opening question.
Oh,
I'm not number
horrible.
1 anymore. What's wrong? Like
Mm-hmm.
fights would start over the fact that someone, the so and so, and you always knew someone was beefing with someone because they weren't in their top 5.
Oh, it was tough.
You know, and
Oh,
also the big thing when I was younger too was online chat groups.
Yes.
Those were huge.
That's how it started. That's where it
Yep.
started for me was AIM chat groups.
it was like the chat rooms you could just jump into randomly, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I never did that. I didn't know. I
You
didn't
never
understand
did
that.
that.
It made no sense to me.
Oh, I did it all the time.
I did it all the
No,
time.
I only talked to people I want to talk to, but even then, I didn't want to talk to them.
I think the only reason I didn't get in trouble with that was the only computer we have was in the middle of the living room.
Mm.
So it was there was no way I was risking doing anything crazy because my grandparents were going to know about it.
You could just turn their heads like, "Hey, what you doing?"
Yeah.
Oh no,
fair.
I got away with it all.
You
I
had
went
a
to the
computer, like,
library.
in your room, though.
What?
You had a computer in your room, as far as I remember.
I mean, eventually when I was older, but when I'm talking about being younger,
Oh.
I would go to the library and use their computers for free and just be on there for hours talking to people in random chat rooms. And then when I would go stay at my aunt's house, my aunt would let me stay at her house because she had a computer and we didn't have a computer. So I would go to her house and I'd be on her computer for hours. She'd be asleep. I'd be on her computer for hours the entire night. And then she got a webcam. And when she
Mhm.
got a webcam, there were a couple guys that I would be on the webcam with. I don't even know who they were.
But I think latchkey kids got away with a lot more, right? If your parent wasn't home all day and you were home by yourself and you were just that, kid that you came home, you got the key under the mat, you let yourself into the house,
Mhm.
you got away with a lot more. You
I
had
quite think-
access to the house by yourself.
I was good until I saved pictures of myself from the webcam. So I would be on the webcam with this guy and I would take like snapshots of myself and him on this webcam. Or I would take pictures of myself. Like there were a couple that I took of like my stomach or something and I would send it to him. Like, and then my aunt found him and she's like, you can't be on my computer anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy how alluring that is to young people.
When you're searching for validation and
Yeah.
you're searching for someone to like you so bad, you
Yeah,
do
you'll-
stupid, crazy
Yeah.
things, and I just was one of those girls where I was a tomboy first. I was a tomboy growing up and I was liked by everybody because I was always on the teams and whatever, but you hit that middle school and then all of a sudden boys become interested in girls and girls become interested in boys.
And you'll do whatever they want
And then
to be
all of a
interesting.
sudden, like nobody's talking anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not the pretty girl. I'm not the popular girl. I'm not hanging out with the guys. I don't really have too many friends. My friends that I do have, we're all trying to like get a boyfriend and hang out and do all these things. And I mean,
We do it now, and it's not even taking pictures of us with our clothes off. I mean, some of it is obviously, but just for regular people in general who don't do that, you're seeing how many likes you can get. You can see, you're looking to see how long people are watching your videos. You're looking to see, you want that validation. That's
instant validation.
and there's nothing wrong with that, but also don't let it get so crazy looking for that validation that you end up hurting yourself or other people.
It reminds me of the saying of like the first high, like that first validation that gets you.
Oh, like your
your endorphins are so high, whatever it is that that one picture that
you're
one
chasing
comment-
that honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
Dopamine.
Yeah.
Follow
Yeah.
the dopamine. Let's go.
That's what I'm saying. Like, or there was a movie that I watched. I forget what it was called. And this young kid started, he took drugs when he was very, very young. And he was like, I spent the rest of my life trying to find that first high that I ever felt. And I feel like because it's that rush of dopamine,
Yeah,
it's
of
that
course.
rush of
Yeah.
whatever. And I feel like the internet does that too. When you have, that's why these kids want instant success so badly, because whatever it was a TikTok, it was a this, it was that instant gratification, you're searching for it over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's never going to feel the same.
No.
It's never going to feel the
No,
same.
no, no. Uh-uh.
That or they want to just get the views so they can get paid to sit home and do what they want to do.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's all
So they
kinds of
gotta
different reasons to want the validation from the internet.
stay
And
relevant.
there's nothing wrong with it if it's healthy. If it's healthy
yeah.
validation and it's you just working and
Not hurting
and
nobody.
pushing forward. Yeah. And
It's fun and free. Get it.
Yeah.
But I think that goes back to the question of, should children and teenagers be on the internet?
Yeah.
Because the
I mean,
internet is not for children. It's not
supervised. Sure.
What?
Supervised. Sure.
But that's what I'm saying. And
I kind of wish there was a teenage Facebook or so. You know what I mean? Like something that was like, there's like R-rated movies that you can't get into them, but just, I don't know. I don't feel like we'll ever give our kid social media until we feel like he's old enough to handle it, mature enough to handle it. But giving your kids social media at 10, 11, 12, to me, just, you're setting them up to fail.
Mm-hmm.
And you're setting them up to be depressed. You're setting them up to
be bullied constantly.
Listen, adults make stupid decisions on social media. Adults have literal mental breakdowns on social media and barely can come back from it.
Yep.
You have to have a very thick skin and a very strong will to make a mistake in front of people, a large audience of people, and just keep trucking along afterwards and just be like, yo, I made a mistake, my bad. Whatever. These girls that will feel shame for it, which I don't think that they should. You made a mistake. You were young. For me, social media and messing up on social media and maybe putting yourself out there on platforms that aren't good for you, you can come back from that. That you can't come back from transition if you want. You know what I mean? So if you mess up that way on social media, you can come back from that. There's a way to just wipe the slate clean or lean into it or take a step back, take a breath, go do something else, find something outside of social media. There's a way to do that and come back from completely imploding on social media. But you got to learn from it. And you do have to take that step back and you do have to be like, oh man, I really wish I wouldn't have done that, but I did it. My bad. I messed up. I had a tough night.
Yeah.
I had a tough day.
Yeah, because the internet is forever. As much as we may not be able to find it anymore. So in context of like my pictures, I might not be able to find it anymore, but to believe that it's not still floating out there somewhere is naive for me to feel. Am I hoping that that they're not out there? Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? But once you put stuff on the internet, it's forever. And that's why I feel like for some reason, there's no restrictions anymore. There's no stipulations anymore. Kids are just given freedom at such an early age that they can go do what they want to do when they want to do it because everybody has a phone. Everybody has access to the internet. Everybody can. Well, I heard a mom tell me that when she punishes her daughter and she takes her phone away, her daughter has a complete meltdown. That's a problem.
Yeah, it is.
That is a problem. What you are saying is that you cannot function if you do not have your phone and you do not have your internet. That is a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem. So many kids are on fucking antidepressant meds because the internet is not fun. Yeah. It's not a nice place to be on in most cases. Not taking away from what the internet does. We say it all the time. The internet gives us a place to connect with people that we would never be able to connect with on any other time if we didn't have the internet. Zooms, Facebooks, Instagram,
Yeah,
here,
it's
like,
absolutely useful if you use it correctly.
absolutely. It is not for kids.
Yeah.
It's barely for adults. You just said that. It's barely good for adults because we
Yeah.
also
Make
have
dumb
gone
mistakes.
through what?
Make dumb mistakes. Sorry, I'm listening.
Yeah, we make dumb mistakes. And also, we do not do the work to be able to deal with the actual ins and outs of being on the internet. We don't know how to process that. We don't know how to work through that. We don't know how to take that. We don't know how to take that not personal or not offensive or
Some
not.
don't. Well, lots of them don't actually.
Huh?
Lots of them don't.
That's what I'm saying.
They can't take any kind of joke.
We
Of any
can't
kind.
do it because we don't know how to. Because it was pretty much like, here's the internet, go have fun. And everyone was like, oh, it's so exciting. It's so cool.
Well, yes, because
That's
they
great.
can be people behind a screen and a keyboard, and no one knows who they are, and it's not like a instant you're in trouble. So like I'm gonna say and do what I want
Right.
and get people mad.
Yeah, there's no consequence.
Yeah.
Not immediate.
Not for the people that are being harsh. For the people that are just trying to put themselves out there and, you know, try to make content, try to be funny, and maybe they're not funny, and you know, Matt Rife wasn't funny in his Netflix special.
Well, yeah, but for the
But I'm not
harsh
gonna
people-
go on his page and be like, dude, you suck.
Oh, they will
Just- People will.
try to cancel them and whatever
But
else
that's
they
why
want to
you
do.
have to have like a thick skin about it. It's not, you can't, if you
The-
have any kind of insecurities at all,
Stay in this house.
the internet will bring them out, and you're either going to have to face those insecurities or you're going to buckle and crumble and go crawl away somewhere and hide.
Children,
Just
teenagers,
Adults,
and yeah,
adults.
Yep.
Adults.
solid
I had a
adults.
really good conversation with a friend last night that talked about the fact that he was insecure, and I couldn't believe it because this man comes across as the most secure man I've ever known in my entire life.
Mhm.
Like
Who?
he's helped me become more secure in myself and my
Mhm.
understanding of things.
Mhm.
And to hear that he was insecure at one point and didn't even realize it, and then he realized it and he was like, oh shit, I didn't even believe in myself. And I just had to believe in myself. That's all I had to do.
Mhm.
And I was like, yeah, it's real easy to fall into your insecurities. It's real easy to let your insecurities rule your entire life. And then you never experience anything else because you're so insecure to do anything
Mhm.
that you never even try.
Yep.
True.
Or you create a persona for the internet, for the space, whatever, where it's such a persona that it's completely the opposite of who you really are. And then it's so exhausting to keep that front on.
Yep.
And you
End up imploding.
right. And you never show anybody who you really are, or you try to show people who you really are.
And that's got to be exhausting.
And that's not accepted in for whatever reason, because they saw you as this person and you act like this person, that you're going to do this for them and be this for them and give them this and, you know, fill in the blanks, whatever. But you're putting on a persona of somebody that you're not actually, saying that you like to do all these things when you really don't. You're an extrovert when really you're an introvert. You know, you're a social person when really you just like to be home.
Pretending to be humble and you're really not.
Exactly.
Pretending to be confident and you're really not.
Yeah.
Well, some go really extreme with that. They just become that second person, and their entire lives are just who they are behind the
Yeah.
keyboard.
Yep.
And then they don't take care of themselves. They start to not eat and
Right.
anything because they're too busy trying to like
And then everything
be
becomes
that person.
Yep.
And it's just
everything
bad.
becomes stressful.
Oh yeah.
You can't maintain that. There's no
No.
way you can maintain that.
No, I don't. It wasn't the same one, but there was another one, baby, that we were watching or whatever. I think it was a guy like on Pinterest or something like that. And he was like, I was so addicted to my phone that I couldn't function.
Yeah.
Like I could not function without my phone.
Yep.
Because he's like, these are what these apps are created for, where it's such an addiction and it's such a feeling of FOMO that I'm missing something.
Yeah, the
I
apps do
don't
that
have
to
it.
you.
Yeah.
Social media is designed to do that to you.
100%.
It's designed to find the things that you like and keep you going and keep you watching and keep you,
And
you
the
know.
very people that design these are talking about how mentally
Don't let their kids on it.
not letting their kids on it.
Yeah, they don't let their own kids on it. But
And
yeah,
also for themselves, they're so mentally fucked up.
Yeah.
That they can't, like, they've had to step away from jobs because they're so fucked up, because the very thing that they created, and they know how bad it is for people, they've drank the Kool-Aid too. They're struggling.
Yeah, I
too.
realize that I've changed my algorithm multiple times just to see if I could change my algorithm.
Yep.
And it freaking changed. Now I have Jump Rope Guy
That's so funny.
on my Instagram.
Every day.
I literally posted Jump Rope Guy. He jump ropes to like the greatest soundtracks ever. And he's an amazing jump roper. He does it with his shirt off, hat, flips his hat, does all these like hot guy things. And I just kept putting him on my story. Now everything in my algorithm is jump rope guy, some hot guy dancing, that's why the last time I put him up, I was like, I think I fucked up my algorithm, because now it's just dudes with their shirts off.
Yep.
So
Yep.
then I went back to people doing voiceovers for dogs. Everything where there was a dog that someone did a voiceover for an animal, like a turtle, whatever.
Mhm.
I literally went back to that, and now my algorithm is just animal voiceovers.
Yeah.
The internet's
Mine is literally all boxing. I shit you not.
it's a mind fuck.
All boxing. Since
It feeds you what you want.
Yeah, since I started working at Hill Street, every time I go on a reel, it's like boxing, 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 boxing. I might get one funny thing in there, but like it's literally just that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
Wow.
going back to what we were talking about before, again, and on this topic, for girls and boys and whoever wants to do OnlyFans, I'm not mad at the hustle. I think if you want to go on there and you want to put your content out and you want to make your own content with your own videos and whatever, you should be able to do it. I just think the hacking thing, and for those websites not to check the age of the people putting out the content, those two things for me are...
Well, that has to come from somebody that has some sort of dignity.
I mean,
And
Hunter Moore
did not.
Hunter Moore never would have done anything or been afraid or taken any of those things down had that mother not been so pissed that her daughter couldn't go outside, get a job, got recognized, got fired, like all those things.
Mhm.
He would have never done anything
course.
if that mother hadn't gotten pissed off and that guy from the bullying website hadn't
Yeah.
been, I'm gonna make this dude, eat it. So
Oh, that dude did them too. It was great.
yeah. Yeah.
Wild. For defamation
So-
judgments.
And even with every OnlyFans that's out there, that's a legit place for you to go make money. And maybe it's better than, being a prostitute or a sex worker or, an escort,
Yes, that's work.
because you're not in the same proximity as the person. For every OnlyFans that kind of helps that situation, there's a million websites that will steal their shit and put your shit all over their website and make it, and you won't even know that your picture's out there. You won't know that your video's out there. You won't know that my bank card's been hacked multiple times. You don't think that your pictures or your whatever, your email account wasn't hacked?
Yeah.
Yeah, even with your Instagram, they'll make a
how
whole
many times
Instagram
have
with your
you
same name.
Babe, you lost your Instagram to somebody once.
Mm-hmm.
You had to rebuild your Instagram.
Yep.
So
Wait, they took over it? Were they?
yeah.
No, they took it
Oh.
over.
Oh, you clicked the link, didn't you?
I don't remember. I was at work and it was like all of a sudden, like I couldn't get on my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
It was completely shut down.
I don't even click anything in my email anymore. Don't
I
send
don't
me
click
emails.
nothing.
I do not open emails. So don't ask me.
No,
Oh.
I get text. I usually get text messages about UPS.
Oh, those ones are
UPS
fun.
is trying to get to you, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, wait, did I send a package? And then if I did, like I go to the actual site. Like I actually go to Amazon and look at my last purchase.
Yeah. And see if it-
Because we learned that when they hacked your card off of Amazon that one
Yeah.
time, and we called and talked to someone. He's like, as long as it's not in your transaction, you're fine.
Yeah.
Like it's someone trying to get something from you. So every time, like, if you get something and you're like, hey, I got a notification that said, like, my card was charged for, $7.99. Did you get something from Amazon? And I'll go look and it's like, yeah, it's, either the baby's like ABC mouse or something like Prime is like 17, I think, or whatever, like those kind of things. I go into the transaction, I could pull up what we got. And then, because also sometimes some webs, we figured this out with Uber Eats or whatever. It was like they charge.
Oh, dude, I was hot.
The food.
I was about to
Yeah. They charge the food separately from the tip.
I was
she's
so
like,
mad.
I have all these little.
I was about
little
to fuck up
transactions. She's
everybody.
Like, what? She's like, I'm
Oh yeah,
about to call Uber
that's a
Eats
separate thing.
and mess
Yeah,
somebody
it was
up. And
the
I was
tip.
like, hold on.
Yeah.
What are the numbers? And so I went back through and I was like, wait, was it this number? And she's like, yeah, I found that one. I was like, okay, what about this number? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay, it's the tips.
Y'all should have called me. I would have
I
told you.
handled it. I got it.
I would have.
The internet.
She was hot.
I was hot.
She was
called me.
hot.
I was going in.
She was like,
I was
fuck
going in
somebody
hot.
up
Yep.
and whatever.
I was about to
She
go.
probably thought that you charged something too.
I did not.
No,
I like to blame everything on you, Jeff.
Because
but
she
I
would have called me.
don't
It's fine.
always.
No, it's fine.
I did not blame that one on you.
It's fine.
But yeah, the internet and social media is a wild, wild place. And if you put it in the hands of somebody that's not mentally prepared to handle it, mostly children and even young adults, it can be a complete disaster to somebody's psyche.
Yep.
And I want to say always that for young women, it's more detrimental, but I don't even think that anymore. I think for young men too, you're giving them something where they think that this is how it is all the time.
Yep.
This is what it's supposed to look like all the time. These are what women are supposed to say all the time. These are what, I can pay whatever OnlyFans is. I can pay $10.99. This is what women are supposed to do for me and blah, 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 whatever. And then they're messed up. Like they don't know how to handle that when a woman's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
How about a date?
Because we grew up, with the beginning of the internet, but also still having to meet people to their face.
Yeah,
So
I don't
we
know.
have a little advantage on that.
I got a friend that's on whatever these dating websites are, and she just finds weird dude after weird dude after weird dude when she swipes, and you don't meet anybody. You can't meet anybody face to face anymore. You can't see if they, have a smile or a charisma or know how to talk, know how to be social. It's like swipe.
Oh, that's why
swipe.
we seriously joke. And
Yeah.
I say specifically seriously joke that we can never break up. You cannot pay me enough money to go back out and date.
Nah, man. They don't know how to date.
You couldn't.
They don't know
All
how
of
to
the
date.
weird shit that we hear from our single friends, I'm like, what the?
Here's the
There's,
Here's
Not
the
even your single
best-
friends.
What?
Not even just your single friends.
the best warning,
That's true.
dude. The best warning from Is Anybody Up or what is anyone up, the Hunter Moore website or whatever, is the biggest draw to that website was Butthole Girl. And it was just a girl that could stick random things in her
Up her
butt. Literally, that's what she's known for. She will always be known as Butthole Girl.
That is outrageous. Where is this?
It's not up. But that was
Where would I see one of these things?
he literally talked her into, after she did the first video, he literally got on webcam or Skype or whatever the hell it was and got her to put a cell phone in her butt so that
He could call
he
her.
could call it and make it vibrate. And she
Oh,
did it.
Oh, he paid her. He
She
paid her.
did. No,
he paid her no
absolutely
money
not.
for that.
nope.
No,
So-
it was to stop some other humiliation, I guess.
No,
Didn't
she
he have-
wanted him to take down the pictures of her kids because
Oh.
he had hacked her Facebook and there were
Oh.
pictures of her kids in those top couple pictures across the
the
top,
cover.
the cover stuff, and she wanted him to take
That
that.
was a
off.
bit much. What's to stop him from just going back on it once you give him that? Like, I don't understand.
She kept
So
doing
weird.
it.
She just
She
kept,
just
doing
kept
stuff
doing it. She wanted his
keep them off.
attention. She wanted, yeah.
to keep her kids off the site and whatever. So
It was, and that's
Ooh.
all she'll that and that even off the documentary, that's all she'll ever be known for is being butthole girl.
big oof.
Like, these are the mistakes that I mean, she can probably come back from it now, but I'm sure
Like, I'll do everything
it's
for my
taken
kids.
her
Like,
this
you did a
decade to
lot.
come back from that. That's not, you have to go bury yourself underground, take yourself off social media.
Plastic surgery or something.
Dude,
Change the country.
but
I mean, it's possible.
You don't want to be seen immediately. You want to
She
like hide
probably
it.
had to,
Even like change your name.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like start
for a little while, probably
start a whole new life somewhere, and
Hope nobody remembers you.
unfortunately, it's not like it used to be years ago.
because it wasn't just she was anonymous. He put up her
Everything.
Facebook, her
Yep.
name, her phone number.
So yeah,
her
maybe like a name
address.
change, maybe like a different address,
Yeah,
and just hope that you didn't run into someone who saw it
yeah.
because it was online though, so it wasn't like just your town. Like no, it's around the
But
world.
that was the most popular website in the world at the time.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
That's
Bring
like
it
going to Andrew Tate's Instagram right now. It was everybody was watching that shit.
it was
Yeah.
like a couple million views, like a day, like a
Yeah.
month or something like that.
That was
Yep.
that was it. The cell phone one. I think it was either the cell phone one. I think it was the cell phone one. She just kept refreshing it and it got over 1 million views, and then she just stopped looking at it because she was like, Jesus Christ, 1 million people have seen me
Mm-hmm.
put this up my butt. This is what happens. These are
Yep.
the consequences that these young kids don't understand. You get manipulated by these like trolls on the internet and these websites and these charismatic people. Again, I would call him a cult leader.
But then they play with like your heartstrings, so they go after your family and shit. Because no other time would she do that.
But all cult leaders do that, and I would call him a cult leader to no end, like because they all
Does it count?
they all manipulate you. It's all about manipulation. Whether it was he manipulated her with her kids, or he manipulates people with money, or he manipulates them with fame, or whatever. He was his cult following was literally called the family. That's some mob shit.
A little bit.
Right? Like, don't fuck with the family.
Yep.
And they were all nuts. All those dudes they were willing to go off, and anybody that opposed Hunter, they were like, fuck your family. I hope your kids die. I hope you die. I hope you get raped by this. I hope you.
I mean,
It was insane.
Did you see what he got? The bullying guy. What he said to that bullying guy? What he got sued for that?
Yeah. Yep.
Came at the dude's neck.
Yep. He was like, I'll rape your kids, watch you die. Like, it was
threatening to rape his wife or some shit like that.
Yeah, in front of his kids. Something like that. Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, it was horrible. That's a cult leader, man.
You
rule by fear, you rule by love, you rule by manipulation, you rule by whatever. But he had millions of people doing whatever the hell he wanted them to do.
No thanks.
Yep.
So
my question is, who broke his heart so bad that he felt like he needed to
motherfucker, go after? Who hurt you?
Like, who hurt you that bad? That
Where did he live? Who did he live with?
Literally dragged.
He had a girlfriend.
Every other person through the mud.
Yeah, but like, was he living with
his girlfriend was basically
family, or like, what's happening?
I have no idea what his home life was or where he came from. I know he wrestled or some shit, but
that's the thing. We're all innocent until something happens.
Yeah.
Something triggered this one.
And then we choose to handle it in different ways, and to
go after
one to just try to ruin someone's life because something happened to you is just that's a big heartbreak. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, and he drank a lot. He did a lot of pills. He did a lot of. He was an addict. That's addict behavior. You know what I mean? To try to manipulate people, to try to lie to people, to go behind people's back, to get people to do what you want. That's addict behavior.
Yeah, and we were talking about this whole living persona thing. Like, Alan Public, he's that bad boy persona. That's a very exhausting persona to have, and maybe because it's the validation that he never got by just being himself, that he felt like he needed to live that life.
Wow. He called himself a professional life ruiner and compared himself to Charles Manson.
Yeah, there you go.
That makes sense now.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're all here.
It's that doesn't surprise me at all. He's got every single one of the check marks for that. I'm sure he is. And a lot of it was when he got pissed off when the bullying website bought Is Anyone Up? And he was just like, I'm going to come back with a vengeance. My new page is going to cause murders. It's like,
that's wild. You can't say that.
Okay.
You're already on an FBI watch list. Like, stop.
Yeah, man.
Stop it.
But these are the people that are out there, and these are the people that have platforms and voices. And if there are no consequences for that,
Yep.
then people are really gonna get hurt.
Yep.
I think it's just like there's a lot
Honestly,
of people out
I
there
think
like that.
his 2-year stint or whatever it was, 18 months or something like that. I that was too light for me.
No, I
for what
think it
he
was
did.
I think it was like a 2-year thing he did, and then like another 2.5 years in a federal place,
Oh,
Mm.
good. I like
and
that.
then he had to like pay that that bullying guy like 350K or some dumb shit like that.
Oh, you know, homie was happy because he was so pissed. He just wanted to destroy
Oh yeah,
Hunter Moore. So you know he was happy when that happened.
it was wild.
I don't know. There's you're
That
supposed
kind
to
of crap's
li-
wild.
you're supposed to lift people up. When you use the internet and you use your social media to lift people up, to bring people with you, to you know, better yourselves, better the people around you, better your friends, better like it's just a better place on the internet. When you use it for crap like this, then you hurt kids, you hurt young adults, you hurt the ecosystem.
But they don't care about that system.
No, they don't.
Want their system.
But
That warlord mindset.
ego. That
That
ego
warlord
is
mindset.
strong, bruh.
Yeah.
That ego will it'll get in there and it takes over every other rational thought that you have.
Of course, you get a mob behind you, you're gonna do whatever the fuck you want.
Oh yeah, the battery in your back. Once
You
you
get
get
that-
once you feel like you got a battery in
you
your
got-
back.
Fucking 1,000 people behind you, like, let's do it. Like, oh, okay, I guess we are doing it today,
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
and they'll send it with you. Like,
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
That mob mentality,
Oh,
that nigga synthesis.
what I can't say it, but yeah, you're right. Boondocks. I like that episode. That was a good episode.
That's why, as you know, parents, Bubs will not be on the internet.
Yeah.
You just gotta watch what he does
just
on it. You gotta keep
He
an
will
eye on
not
it
have his own phone at 10.
because you
No.
gotta make sure that he ain't on his buddies' phones and tablets that probably
that's
don't have
the
the
thing.
same kind of like protection y'all's got.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. The way the world is, we don't even let our kids sleep over other people's houses because you got that weird uncle on the side that might be at the house
Nope.
that day. Like, you don't even do that.
Nope.
Our kid ain't even going to gymnastics camps because you got those nasty gymnastics physical therapists or
Oh,
doctors or
Finding
whatever.
out after like 50
Nah.
some years they've been touching
You gotta go
everybody.
to gymnastics down the road where I can go to and
Yeah.
watch you go. You ain't sleeping over no damn where.
Yeah, there's that one dad that talks about the fact that his daughter was pissed at him for years because he was like, you're not going and sleeping over someone's house. They
Yep.
can come here.
Yep.
They can sleep here, but you are not going to someone else's house and sleeping over. And she got so mad. And finally
That's
her
pretty
18th
fair.
birthday, her father's like, what do you want for your birthday? She's like, I want to go to a sleepover. He's like, well, you're 18 now. There's nothing I can do about it. So she went to a friend's house for a sleepover, and they were just up talking and hanging out. And every single one of her friends talked about the fact that so-and-so's brother, cousin, uncle,
Yeah.
somebody
Did something.
sexually assaulted them.
Yeah.
And she was like, every single one except me. Because they went to someone's house, a friend's house, where they felt like they were going to be safe. But again, you don't know who's going to be there. So no, you cannot.
Yeah.
Because they might trust them. So the mother, the father might trust the uncle, the brother, the cousin, whatever. But when you trust somebody, you give them freedom. And when you give somebody freedom, things like this can happen.
Yeah.
So no, Bubs is not sleeping at anybody's house. You could be
Well-
mad at me and I can be that asshole mother. But I will with the shit that I've done.
No, not with what's happening now.
No.
Not with the state of shit now.
No,
But that's
and-
why all their houses have cameras in them now. Like they want to make sure
You
they
can
know what's
go
happening in
play.
their house,
I'll pick you up at 7. You
right?
can go hang out, be home by 8. Like, no.
Keep your phone on you, keep it charged. You know,
No.
something.
But that's the thing with all the things that I've done and all the things that I've been through and whatever, I can just I can take that and use that as power. I have knowledge now. Knowledge is power. And so I have all that power now to protect him the best that I can. And certain things are just non-negotiable. You will not be on the internet by yourself. You will not have your own cell phone. You will not, obviously you and I are eventually going to have a conversation where he's going to have some sort of communication where we can reach him.
Yo, we can't get a flip phone no more.
I'm sure they're still going to have one by the time he's 16. So
I mean, Mitch has got one.
He does. My father had one too
Yeah,
until he met
That's
Kelly.
true.
And then she
Mitch-
upgraded him to the because I begged her. I begged him. I was like, please get an iPhone so that I can FaceTime you so we can see you. But no, like there's just certain things that
Yeah.
and I don't judge other parents how they choose to parent their children.
No, your kid's your kid.
Right, exactly.
We've always said that.
However, for me, I believe that there is a bigger responsibility for parents now than ever before.
Yeah.
There's too much freedom that these kids are having.
Oh, I saw this. I couldn't find it. I was trying to look it up. I was gonna text him or Sevon and see if he would send it to me. He pulled up a link today, and it was some 4th grade teacher that was teaching, and she was talking about how she puts her students into the closet, like the actual physical closet. And if they come out and say they're homosexual, that's fine. But if they come out saying that they're heterosexual, that's just like placating to the heterosexual norms of this country. And then she has to have a conversation or some shit. It was the most bizarre clip I had ever seen, and I tried so hard to find it. And Savon, I'm sorry, I'm giving you.
I have it.
Do you have it?
It's
Is
on
it-
YouTube.
Okay, cool. Oh, good. I couldn't find it. I was trying so
I
hard.
just
Yeah,
typed
pull
it
this
out
up.
right
It's
now.
the weirdest shit.
As you were typing or talking. Sorry.
Oh, good. Oh, you're so
I was trying to make sure. I can make sure this is the right one though.
the teacher's in a mask. That's the one I saw. But it was just, if there's another teacher that does this,
I'm
let's
sure
see
there
it.
is.
Like, he literally
Sure the fuck
said
there
that
is.
it's probably not the only teacher on the planet that does it, which freaks me out.
I believe
But
that it's not the only teacher out there that does it.
but if you found it, I'll take it. But it was the
I think-
weirdest thing ever.
What
and
did they put him in the church for? What did they put him in this closet for?
but I don't know. It was a female teacher that had a mask on that was talking, and
Okay.
and it was
This
just weird
one-
as shit. And she was not okay if they came out and said that they were heterosexual, but they had to identify what their sexuality was when they came out of the
4th
closet.
grade?
Yeah, and I'm like,
Okay.
what
Again, why
Are we
why
doing
do
this?
why do we need to do this? There is
4th grade,
appropriate conversation.
4th grade. Come on.
Hold on. I found
me a
like a
break.
bunch of different ones, but I think I found this one.
I didn't even know what homosexual was when I was in 4th grade. I didn't know what that
Neither.
was. I didn't know what gay was.
Me
It-
neither. My cousin had a girlfriend that was over all the time. I just thought she was her friend. I
it's-
had no idea. I
it's
thought
a-
she was her friend.
it's again putting things into the hands of
Okay, it's a TikTok
an-
video. Okay,
an
I think I got it.
age group that doesn't understand what's happening.
Let's see if this is it right here.
No, let's confuse our children more.
More.
They're already confused.
Yep, that's it.
This little guy.
Boy.
Yep.
the closet in my classroom, and I would have the kids one at a time go into the closet, and then they would come out and share with the class what their sexual orientation is. So first we would celebrate, and I would give the kids that identify as 2S LGBTQIA+, a cupcake, a rainbow cupcake. The kids that came out and said they were straight, I didn't give them anything because they're just contributing to a heteronormative society.
Bro,
I'm sorry. That it was so bad.
when I saw it when he played it, I was like,
I just watched it now. That was wild.
you'll give them a rainbow cupcake? you'll
and
give
celebrate them. But that's like when was it when moms catch your kids going in the street and give them like a big hug, like, oh, don't do that. Like, no, you need to yell and get loud. They need to know they don't get hugs for running into the road.
Heteronormative society.
Oh my god.
That's fine. You know, they're always talking about the fact that we're not going to last very long. That's fine.
What-
These are teachers though. These are teachers.
I don't even
You
know.
send your
And Jeff,
kids-
can you just put this into Google? What is an SLGBTQIA? What
Beat the
what does
fuck
the
out
S
of
in
me.
front mean? I'm so confused right now. I really want to know what's the S.
Oh my god.
I don't.
Is it 2S? Is that what it is? Is that what she said?
2S. Or we have to play it again and see. I want to know what that shit in the front was because I didn't know we added shit to the front. I didn't know that the alphabet
I think there's a 2 in there now.
rainbow community added to the front of
Numbers
it. I'm
and
behind.
S's.
I still, every time I see it, I have to look up I. I think it's intersex, or I'm not sure, but
Oh my god.
either way, I don't want my kid knowing what it
Stands
is.
for
He
two
doesn't need to know
spirit.
what it is.
I'm sorry. What?
Two spirit. That's it.
What
Two
is
spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, whatever about it is. Just the number 2 spirit. I don't know what 2 spirit stands for.
girl? Is that the twin spirit shit that we watched the other day? Because that's a whole nother
Listen, I didn't
podcast.
hear it. Say it again. I couldn't hear you. Go ahead.
Two spirit.
The 2S at the front of LGBTQIA means two spirit. Is that the twin flames escaping twin flame shit?
Speaking of twin flames, and we'll
Hold
get
on,
back to you guys
hold
on
on.
this. There's another series on Prime that we have
No,
to
my
watch.
whole brain hurts. Oh God. My whole two spirits. Is there a definition for that in the LGBT?
I got you. I think I got it. Two spirited. What the hell that means? Here, I'll just put it here for you to look at. There it is. Go read that.
God. Help.
I don't know if it's the same though.
Native. Oh my God. Did they involve Native American? What?
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know if it's the same though. I'm so fucking lost. Oh, let's see.
Oh
First
my
one,
God.
both feminine and masculine spirit living in the same body. What? No, that is not what it is. That's not possible.
Two spirit. Oh, so they drag Native Americans into this.
That or it's the other one. The other.
That's
one.
awesome. Good job, LGBT, whatever. Two spirit people were male, female, and sometimes intersexed individuals who combined activities of both men and women with traits unique to their status
I didn't realize he was moving.
as two spirit people.
I'm so lost. I can't.
What gender is two spirits?
Going left over here.
Meaning a person with both feminine and masculine spirit living in the same body. So me? Am I two spirits?
I don't know.
I have ovaries and I like to take the garbage out. So does that mean that I'm a two spirit? This is often used to describe sexual orientation, gender identity, and oh my God, my gender identity. I'm a female. I have so many. I was going to say I have so many ovaries. I have two ovaries that work very well, and I can tell every month which one is ovulating. So that's my gender.
It got wild for a second. Yeah.
There's conversation in the work that I've done about this masculine and feminine energy, where it's like masculine is more of like your schedules, your set stuff and whatever, and your female or your feminine energy is more like your creativity and whatever. Like apparently there's a science behind it.
What, men can't be creative
Sure
now?
there is.
So like feminine and masculine energies, where it's like some people like to have structure. That's your masculine side.
Man,
creativity is more of your feminine side. So it's like
I'm afraid to label stuff as feminine energy and masculine energy, because I feel that if you do that, just like when we spoke with Kai, I feel like when you do that, then people feel that
you're still putting them in a box.
Yeah, if you like whatever the masculine energy is, then if you're a girl, you have to be a boy. I just like masculine shit. I don't have to be a boy to like that. I don't have to be a boy to go like helping my grandfather change the oil in the car. I don't have to be a boy to like going fishing with my grandfather. I just was a girl that liked doing that shit. I get scared when they start saying stuff like that.
Well, true. I mean, that's so weird. Creative. Like I drew pictures all the time growing up.
So now people are literally saying 2S.
Yes, 2S, and then all the other words after that. They almost have the whole alphabet there. Almost the alphabet. And now some numbers.
Wow.
It's great.
Woo.
Wild.
All right. Well, that's a whole nother podcast, but I didn't even think bringing that up. I just saw it in his podcast. And then when I looked at it closely here, I saw the 2S and I was like, what is that?
Oh, you should have had me pull up his podcast. I could have found it probably.
Damn. No, he just pulled it up quick the same way you did. I just wanted to touch on it because I thought it was ridiculous.
But
A,
it's probably
putting
easier to
kids into the
find.
closet,
Stop.
and B, putting them into the closet to figure out what their sexual identity
What
is.
if they're scared of the dark? You just
I-
shove them in there, just shut the door.
Ugh.
So
Again, what you're doing is you're pushing your agenda onto our kids.
Yep.
That's what you're doing.
and I will take my kid out of school so fast,
Like,
and that teacher will
what
be
is the point? What is the point? I don't understand
because
what
they say they're not doing it, and they're doing it though.
It's to me, if you can confuse people as much as possible, they'll conform
Oh,
easier.
we're confused.
So you're just like,
We're
okay,
confused.
whatever. I don't understand it. Just go do what you want to go do because I don't understand it and I don't feel like figuring it out. And I feel like that's the easiest way to control people is just confuse the crap out of them.
It's confused. Yeah, it's to confuse or fear.
Yeah.
Those are the
Yeah, that's what the left is using right now.
Mhm.
And it's
True.
just,
True. We'll take your kids, or be confused the rest of your life. Have fun.
I just
wow.
don't.
Wow.
Understand.
I learned a lot in the last 20 minutes. Okay. I got it.
Same.
I'm good. I'm good for the night.
Yep.
I don't
Me
feel
either.
like I need to call anybody. I was going to test the live call in just to see if I could call somebody and they would
Mhm.
answer. Should I call my sister, see if my sister will answer just for fun?
If you wanna,
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's see.
see
Confusing.
if it works.
See if it works.
Wait, who we calling? Which one?
I was going to call Dominique to see if she'll answer her phone.
She's
If you could only see this dog, Jeffrey.
Dude.
Right now.
I will see him in
Hilarious.
like 10 seconds.
Let's see.
Is he looking,
Hilarious.
he looking desperate and pathetic?
Ooh.
Well, that's real loud.
Hello.
Ooh, turn that down.
Hello.
Hey. We're just
No, your call. Did you? Hello.
hello. Oh my god.
Sorry. Hold on. Hold on. I can't have you on speaker.
Yeah, take me off speaker, bro.
Okay.
That is
Okay. Hold on. Well, because I heard you say it, and I was like, oh, call her.
Oh, did you?
I think she's at
Oh,
work.
you're so loud in the background. Are you still? On
Well, no,
speaker?
mom, turn that off, or turn it down, or take it in the other room,
Damn. That's tough.
because I'm hearing myself after the fact, and it's creeping me out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to turn the.
Yeah. You got to stay in there, mom. Sorry, you can't come in the kitchen anymore. Hold on. I mean, you can come get this though. Well, not really. We'll finish smoking it for you. Don't worry.
Is she watching the live? Is that what she's watching?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
There
were
we go.
Are you rolling a fat blunt right now? Cause
No, we're already started smoking. I'm almost kind of done with Dominic's hair, but I think the more I twist, the more hair appears. It's like a fucked up magic trick.
oh my god,
Yeah.
that is so funny.
So it's like all twisted except for the top. So he has like a Don King thing on the top, and then like this like cool T.I. thing on the bottom. Yeah, we're doing a lot over here right now. I have to be in Syracuse in the next hour and a half. Still got to stop and see Dad at the airport. Winning.
But this is typical you though. Everything's
Yeah,
the last
100%.
minute. It's cool.
Hey, one question because we did one question, then I'll let you go because we're about past what
You gotta go in the other room.
Oh my god, you're yelling. Turn her down. What is that?
Sorry. No, it's because I was yelling because Mom came back in the kitchen because she wants to watch me talk to you on the phone while she's watching you talking to me on her phone. But she's not getting that she can't be by me because I'm on the phone with you and the way that the audio video is set up. You got to go in the basement.
Oh my god, I love.
Not
your
even
mother.
in the closet.
I love your
Put her in the
mother.
basement.
I love mom.
Yeah.
Love you, mom.
Yeah, I love you, mom.
No, let me ask you this question
Sure.
because one question before you go because we were talking about this on the podcast the other day. Hey,
Yeah.
can Mexicans say the N-word? Can Latin people say the N-word?
I mean, that's a geographical conversation. I mean, if you know your history, then you know they just like us. I mean, matter of fact, that's funny. I was just talking to Mom the other day because I were Bahamian and everybody thinks, oh, you're Puerto Rican. Motherfucker, where do you think them ships stopped first? It wasn't fucking Ellis Island. They was stopping in the Caribbean. And Jack Sparrow in that shit up. And, ooh, I didn't know pirates had our back. They were like, fuck this slave shit because y'all are making too much money. So
Yeah.
that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah,
But I mean, now it's so messed up because they've made it such a minority versus minority versus minority thing. But if you think about it, Haiti's on the same fucking island as the Dominican Republic.
Yep. But
Puerto
they're
Rico's
totally
right
different.
next to it.
Yeah, they're all different. Though.
Yeah, they are, but are they? I mean, it's a dialect thing. Like, if you go back historically, it's really just what groups of people found each other and stayed in that place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, there was enough the folks coming off ships.
Yeah.
That, I mean, you know.
So you didn't answer the question. Can they
for
say
the
it or
grand
not?
scheme of things?
So what you're saying is
I would say no.
Haitians can say it, but Mexicans
well, I mean,
can't.
Haitians are black. But see, I think, I mean, Mexicans are a little different. That's a little different.
That's a little.
That's a little different. But if you're thinking like Dominican, Puerto Rican, I mean, again, it's all how you say it, where you say it, and I mean, you know your surroundings. Hold on, Bean.
Wow.
What was that about?
Broke that
Wasn't nobody
up.
talking? Wasn't nobody doing nothing? You just being an asshole for no reason.
All right.
Can you help me clean it up, please?
Tell Uncle Bean we said we love him. We'll talk to you later, girl. Thank you for letting us test the phone with you.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, he didn't flip the table or anything. He just threw little spongy things around.
Well, you know, like we always say, they're stronger than they kind of strong.
Yep.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yep.
A little bit.
A little bit.
But yeah, no, I mean, again, you have to know your environment. You know what I mean? Like, I know I don't use certain words around people who don't know who I am and where I come from.
That's
or
what
that I
I
don't
said.
feel. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't just readily use it around people who don't know me or I don't know.
Jeff
Just
tried
like the same way I wouldn't call, you know what I mean, somebody else's significant other babe or sweetheart. Like,
Jeff,
the hell?
Jeff
You know what I
tried
mean?
to
So
trick
I would
me.
never.
Jeff tried to trick me and say that I could say it, and I was like, I can't say it. He's like,
say
well,
it.
technically you can say it, and I was like, well, I can't say it without getting fucked up, so I'm not gonna say it.
I mean, put it like this. I say it in front of Aunt Neat, but that's my auntie.
Right.
And Aunt Neat very much recognizes who we are and where we come from. Now, the other day when that stupid bitch called me mulatto at work and I explained to the other girl I worked with what it really meant, I had to bleep myself out when I said that in his house because I was in a room full of white people. And I do not want to be one to make them feel like they could just walk around singing all the lyrics to a Jay-Z song on a
We
weekend.
don't.
Because Dr. said it at work.
We don't.
Damn.
We don't. We don't. We have no right to say it or sing it at all.
Yes.
We do not.
Yes.
Know your role.
Is that Bubs?
Yes.
That's your nephew.
No, I thought I heard Bubs.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
it's
your
Bubs.
nephew.
It's definitely Bubs.
Is that like,
Here, come here. You can come say hi to your auntie real quick. Say hi, TT.
okay, it's
TT.
it's definitely. Hi, the Bubbers.
She said
I
hi,
love
babe.
you so big.
She said she loves you. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, it's one of those things where if people were educated and they understood it was more than just something that sounded good in a hip hop song. But again, that's also something that within us we have to deal with. But yeah, outside of that, that's like I said. I mean, I used to use it freely.
Yeah, we
but I
can't do
also
that.
didn't understand the gravity of what I was doing when people didn't realize. You know what I mean? Like, or didn't
So
readily
would
see it.
you-
So.
So would you say that when using the N-word became mainstream, that it felt like people were like given permission to say it?
Yeah, because they were like, "Oh, you're putting it in your rap songs. It means something. Yeah, it means something different for us now." That y'all, and I don't mean y'all, you, because that's not you.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the, Malik wants to know what's the N word. I'm done. Yeah. Okay.
Oh man.
So it definitely made it more acceptable because it was mainstream. But that's also, I mean, that's a rabbit hole we could fall down on the design of how the government wanted to destroy the black community. So when you make things acceptable that shouldn't be, you force people to stop looking at their history. Like Dominic knows what it means because I drilled it into him.
I was
But
like,
there's a
because
lot
he
of
has you as a mother.
now,
Fucking
you know what I mean?
dictionary.
Yeah, they only know it. They only know it from a rap lyric. You know what I mean? Fortunately or unfortunately, Dominic had me. So thank you, Atlanta.
This is my sister, by the way, in
so-
case you want to judge whether or not she's allowed to say it. You can kind of see the lips a little bit more pronounced. You can see the curly ass hair.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I mean, don't look at the blue eyes. The blue eyes will fool you. Don't do that. Don't look at that.
Fuck y'all. But there's definitely a difference between, you know, when Aunt Neat heard it or when Grandma Glinton heard it or when Dad heard it even versus how we hear it. So if I'm going to understand where I came from and how people deal with me, like everyone acts like the history of America or the history of anything is history and it's not relevant. And I'm like, well, bitch, how'd you get here?
Yeah.
Because your history is like, you know what I mean? Like everybody talks about battling their demons and their past. Well, yeah, as a country, we have a past. As a society, as human beings, we have a past, and we have to reconcile that. And if that means you can't say the fucking N-word, you can't say the N-word. Shit.
Mhm.
Like, it's really going to hurt your
No,
feelings.
okay,
that bad.
listen, I wasn't going that far. Calm down. We're not going down this rabbit hole
You
right
know
now.
she do that. That's
All
what she
I
do,
was
though.
asking is, can Latin people say it? Calm down.
I
with
mean,
yourself.
honestly, that's Malik. Oh, see, Malik, look, Malik chimed in. He said, yes, they're black.
Oh, Latin people are
So-
black. They can say it.
There you go. And his last name is what it is. So he holds more water than I do.
All right, I'll take it. Look, I'm collecting opinions at this point. So we
But
got.
again, I mean, it's one of those things where, like I said, I would always that's one of those. I'm gonna defer to Aunt Neat. I had to put it in terms of how do I speak in front of Aunt Neat? What does she find acceptable?
I didn't ask if you could say it. I asked if Latin people could say it. Jeff is a hard maybe, depending on the situation.
That's a hard maybe.
Pause.
No homo.
Stop.
You said, what did you say? Maybe, and Malik said yes. So so far we have 2 yeses and 1 no, because you're half a yes, Jeff's half a yes and a no, and
Look, I have a conditional yes
yeah, right.
because I can use it conditionally. Damn it, and my daddy's black, so I feel like
Yeah,
I
okay,
gotta have.
okay, blue eyes. Welcome. All right, I love you. We gotta go. We're at an hour and 60
Love you,
minutes.
I love you.
I'll call you another time.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye,
Bye.
love you, love you, love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, the Barbers. I love you so big.
I'll tell him when I take my headphones
I
off.
started yelling like that was gonna help.
Stop
All
yelling.
right,
Okay.
love you. Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. All right, good. The phone works. And she apparently is like me and we'll talk forever. So
Well, especially on a topic like that. Though.
I
You
know.
she can't.
I
give
just
you a
want
yes.
I know. God. Okay.
Can't get a yes or no answer out of her. It's like and here's why.
It's like
and then
talking to
here's
me.
your why.
History of the Caribbean islands.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. Can I just get
Nope.
an answer? But I like Malik. He was like, yup. And that boy is dark. So okay. All right. You won't punch a Latin guy in the face if you say it. I'm not mad at it. That's fine. I got it. I'm just trying to get a general consensus of the feelings and the mood of the country right now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right. That was fun.
Okay.
Clinton, thanks. Deuces.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.